been out with all the boys and you ended up half-tied, but liquor and love.
I was born here. I'm still living here. Quite a few years later.
When did you start to work in the shop first?
Oh, after my father died.
Yes.
He died in 1942. Well, at least I have my good health anyway.
Yeah.
Might all the function that well. All knees are getting stiff and things like that, but part of life, I suppose. Oh, different street. Knew everybody on the street. There was no locks and doors, so there was a key for the door, and everybody used the key. Now it's a different story. You can't really get in or out. Cars were scarce. A lot of donkeys and cars and bicycles and, you know, all that type of transport.
Do you remember donkeys going up?
Oh, I do indeed, yes, and bicycles.
Right.
On a Sunday at mass time, we had a yard across the street, and they all used it for parking bicycles, and we were delighted when we were kids because we had a choice of bicycles while they were at mass. Pick the best of them.
You go for a cycle around?
Oh yeah, put it back where we did before they come back. So things like that, but that's gone now. It's nothing but cars now, and more cars. Oh, there was, yes. There was a lot of shops in town, yes, and they all did well, really, because there was a lot of people coming. There was no supermarket, you see. You know? Yeah. Now we have 5 or 6 supermarkets in the town. The English people that would come here to me now in the summer, and they were pleased with what they got. And they came back in 2 years' time, and they'd be in the door. And they might write to me and tell me they were coming again. So that's a nice part of the business.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's ugly parts of it too, you know. Prices and changing and pricing, and you buy today and it's changed tomorrow, and you know, all that headache business.
Yeah.
And you know, there's dates and when they were made and when they were supposed to be sold and all this type of thing, you know. So we're getting too old to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
You know, the hygiene and all that stuff. Well, we're fussy about that ourselves, but why draw more on us now, you see? Hills, they were millers. They were in a pretty big way. DCs were big, gave great employment in the summertime, especially to the school holiday kids, you know. And Houlihan's Bakery. And they're all gone and never replaced. So they say the times are great, but I often wonder sometimes. Oh, I never lost a customer in my life until the Lord called them. And that's the end of the story, did for us all.
Well, you thought I'd be waiting up when you came home last night. You'd been out with all the boys and you ended up half-tied. But liquor and love, they just don't mix, leave the ball or me behind.